know, that's so funny. Just the disconnect of it all.
Okay, go for it. Go live.
I am.
No,
You were live. It was doing its thing. We were live. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 12 Volt News. We got a great show for you today, but before we get to that, as always, weather. Fernando.
Yes, sir.
What is the weather going to be like today?
Today is going to be a 79. The high is going to be 91, 92. And the low is going to be 75.
I think we've already hit the low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely hit the low. And probably rainy.
Maybe it's going to rain.
Well, sorry that we're 5 minutes late today, guys. Technically, we're not 5 minutes late. We started the show. We were having a great time, wonderful conversations with ourselves. It would help if you hit the go button.
You guys.
Yeah, so we had a great time. Tim, just so you know, it is coming. There was some travel involved, and now that Ken is back home and everyone's COVID is gone, I'm going to talk to him next week. We're going to get it all straightened out as far as when we can do it. It actually worked out okay because there were some software updates in the midst of the time it took us. So my blunder in the beginning kind of worked out for us. More people have had some time to play with it. So it's going to be better. But yes, it will be coming out not next week, but we're going to talk to figure out when in the future we can do it. So there will be a part 2. Just be patient. Springfield, Massachusetts. Dave checking in at 69 with a high of 76. Feels like deja vu all of a sudden. Good morning, San Diego. 62 with a high of 76. That sounds just sounds amazing. Pizza Dave, Vermont, checking in at 57 with a high of 77. Had great pizza the other night. Mr. Vera, feels like 100. It's because you're in the armpit of Florida, baby. So Ron, 74, and Sunny, high of 92 in North Carolina. They're still getting those weathers like we are. Good morning, everyone. Currently 81 and sunny with a high of 90 in southern tip of South Carolina.
Very nice.
No technical difficulties. Just not actually hitting the button. It's okay. We were too. It happens. Car Gift checking in.
What's up, Car Gift?
That's me. Hey.
That's me.
That's you. We got it up. Christian just like ORL 86.
ORL?
Yeah, Orlando. I guess they're gonna finally redo some of the Orlando International Airport because it is the world's crappiest airport.
Okay.
I mean, it just sucks. I mean, if I was Disney, I would buy half of it or just make my own airport at this point.
Disney Airlines?
Yeah. Or just Disney and Universal be like, we're just going to build our own airport. We're going to go in together and build our own because you guys can't figure this out. If you ever fly into Florida, do yourself a favor. Fly into anywhere but Orlando and drive to Orlando. Tampa's a beautiful airport. It's fantastic. Very well laid out. It's only a short hour and 45-minute drive to Orlando from Tampa. It's worth every penny because I can guarantee you right now you'll spend more than an hour and 45 minutes just dicking around in the Orlando airport. And that has been your travel tip for the day. 75 and high to 92 in Fort Worth, Texas. I can believe that. It is 81 and sunny in Portugal.
Very nice.
Yeah. 72 and sunny to high of North Carolina. Lots tuning in today. I'm good, getting ready for work.
Very nice.
We're already ready. You're moving slow. Morning, 54 and clear in the Pacific Northwest. On my way to start a 600-yard concrete pour. Ooh, nice. That is a top down in Maryland. You know, it has been raining like for the last week and a half, and I haven't had my top down.
Yeah.
Every time I pull out of my garage, I think about it. Because normally it's down,
Mm-hmm.
and I get in my car and I drive to work and I put it up. And I hate putting it down like in the morning and then have to put it back up 5 minutes later. It's kind of irritating. So the rain is just killing me. Anyways, 75 and rainy all day. Yes, Scott, I totally understand. Yeah. Joseph Norton, good morning, sir. Hi, how are you? Hi, car gift. Hi. Morning. I wonder if he's just going to beat it. Anyway, sorry. Bad joke. Good morning, fellas. Howdy from Mount Rushmore. It's still on my bucket list of things. That's the only reason why I want to go to Sturgis is to side jag over to Mount Rushmore.
All right.
And then go see, what's the other one? Crazy Horse. Yeah. So, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brad. Good morning. Are you prepared for the day? I hope you are. I talked to Brian last night.
Nobody needs to prepare for the day.
So I talked to Brian last night because he's like, hey, man, where's this podcast? You know, because he's Brian. And I said, it's up, it's out. He's like, no, it's not. So last night after I got done with everything about midnight, my time, I went through and I said, yeah, it's episode number 4. He says, it's not there. And he's like, immediately, and I was like, hold on. And I went to this website and I was like, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Oh.
I go, oh, wow. And I was so excited that we hadn't put up 4 because I'm in the editing phase of the next 3 episodes. And I have all this crap to do this weekend. So I'm bringing my laptop with me so I can edit all this stuff. But there's always a chance that we'll be doing activities and I won't get a chance to edit it. As soon as I find out episode 4 is just sitting there, not released.
Upload it.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm not uploading it yet. I'll upload it on Monday or Tuesday.
I know, but
I was like, oh, thank God. There's a backup plan.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So thank God for Brian's meticulousness and just paying attention to every damn little thing. And
That's
me
pretty
not
good.
yeah. So it was pretty good. Fang checking in, 68 with a high of 94. Hi. I don't know. You know, because this is not one of those shows. But if you tune in next week or find us on Instagram, we'll let you know. And speaking of that, there will be no show tomorrow or Monday because of the holiday weekend.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. 69 with a high of 110 Phoenix.
All right, let's try again. 89 with a high.
No, 69. Everything was 69.
Okay.
Because it's 62 in Modesto. See, I saw that and switched them.
Sounds good.
With a high of 96. Damn.
Oh, dude, that's a huge.
Yeah. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning,
hey.
Jeffrey.
78 with a high of 60. Yeah, sure. 78, not 68 in Tennessee. It's okay. None of these numbers really matter. I-4 is
a nightmare
out of town. Whatever. Dude, give me a break. We're going to cover the new high-resolution Stinger radio they teased in Instagram. No, but if you go back to Saturday's show, we talk about it in there. We give you a bunch of the specs and pictures. So we did really cover that a lot on Saturday. And they didn't publish anything yet. We just had a bunch of stuff, and we know they're going to look at this. So we're not going to put it out there yet. But we know they're not going to look at Saturday's show. So in the beginning of the Saturday show, we have like 9 pictures, and we talk all about it. So I would recommend, if you didn't see that one, yeah. I work banker's hours 10 to 5. Well, you still got to get up, bro. You got to cook breakfast. You know, it's just what it is. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hi. Just washed the Tundra. I'm ready for Friday. No, you're ready for rain. It's just how it is. Cloudy in parts of Maryland. Well, it happens. What are the odds? How long does it take to edit the average video? 10 to 2. 10 to 2 at night usually is my schedule for that. Last night, so this morning they got a really short video. They got like a 2.5 minute video. Which actually, as sucky as it is, a 2.5 minute video, it actually worked out really well. We'll talk more about that on Instagram because we got a bunch of news coming up. Was Joseph saying? Working on setting up October for touring with the Kia from the East Coast, Virginia. I mean, if you're going to be in October, if you're going to the World Finals, we'll be there. So we'll say hi. We got a bunch of new product news, which is very strange considering the time of the year
I
that
thought we
it
didn't
is.
have any news.
We do. We have tons of news. And this news we steal from CE Outlook. So if you're interested in finding out about some other stories that we just don't cover because they're kind of not relevant, you can go over to CE Outlook, or if you'd like to dig in, find prices and things like that, and check the accuracy of our news, click the links in the show notes, and you can head over to CE Outlook and make decisions on your own. It's crazy. Actually, I want to do that last. All right. So this is not a new product news. So let's just get this out of the way because I find this one kind of funny. Vox considering sale of part or all of company. This is a part where as a company that has stock and people own you and you have a board of directors, this is when the board of directors gets greedy and sits there and says, I don't know if we're making enough money to do what we want to do. We might need to sell some stuff off. We might, it happens, right? It happens all the time. So they put together a committee, and this is the part that I think is funny.
Okay.
This is so not an article. And I'm assuming she put this out because they put out a release that said this, and they probably put out this release to make their board members and stockholders happy.
Yeah.
And basically what it is them saying, we might do something, but
we might
more
not.
Than likely, we might not.
Yeah.
So the whole article talks about how they might, that they sold off something earlier in the year that made them $25 million, and they were really excited about that.
Yes.
And it's a huge company. Don't get me wrong. Vox is a gigantic company. If you'd like to know just some of the companies that they own, click the link in the show notes and you can go find it out. We don't want to dig all of them here.
Right.
The most noted, of course, is their alarms as well as their video entertainment, two of which they own directed, which is DEI and all its, and then they own several drop downs, Rosen being one of them. Anyways, and they also own Klipsch, the home audio brand. So they have a home audio division, a car audio division. Anyways, and a bunch of other things. And they make a lot of OEM stuff for car manufacturers. And it's a big business.
Huge company.
It's not tiny.
Yeah.
But it was just funny that it's like, hey, we might sell off some of the slower moving stuff. We might sell off some of the stuff we've developed, or we might not sell anything.
Depends how it goes.
Depends how it goes.
Depends how the market goes.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you, I said the same thing. Wow, I didn't know either. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. But the thing is they're buying everybody up, and it's a good strategic move. And exactly. But the reality is that when you get so big and your stock just drops in price to where it's at now, just because of the way of the world, then you start having people in there panicking and doing stupid things. And so they have to put out stupid statements like this that say, hey, we might fix it. But then again, we might not. So this I thought was just amusing because it's a story and it's a non-story. Mm-hmm. And but this is what, for all of us that do this in the little small world, have to look at when we see these guys and go, so this is what it is to have an office job.
But this is your opportunity right there. You wanna buy part of Vox. There you go.
Dude, they can't buy JL. Bro, Garmin owns JL.
Garmin, yes, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would have loved to buy it, but Garmin went crazy. Focal is the Focal of home audio. Oh, because you said Klipsch is the Focal of home audio. I think Weber fan is right on that one because Klipsch is everywhere, dude. Amazon blows through Klipsch like it's nothing. I mean, and it's good stuff as far as sound goes. Mm-hmm. So, but anyways, yeah, I know it's crazy. Should be like, hey Seth, let's talk about Klipsch. Because I would love a new Klipsch home stereo. Okay. So I know we don't do motorcycles here, but we always report on it. New PRV shallow subwoofers. don't really care about this so much as to say this was top article, new products, speakers that go in saddlebags that won't put out any bass that look like they should. So we have those. And then this is the one I thought was amusing. And this DS18 to fully enter motorcycle audio.
Yes.
Okay. This is more of the story. The other one is just say there's 2 articles that are talking about motorcycles because that was all that was in the news. And this is really all the new product news we have. Well, no, I take that back. We have one more big story that we're going to get to. But to say that DS18, like for them to come out and say we were just dabbling in the motorcycle world when every single Knowledge Fest we go to, they show up with motorcycles and they show up with some of the loudest motorcycles in the place.
Yeah.
If that was them just putting their toe in it, what the hell, man? Like,
well, I feel like in the article, now they're gonna build everything.
Right?
They used to like, okay, we're gonna grab this saddlebag, we're gonna put our speakers there, our amplifiers, and everything. Now it seems like they're going to do everything in house. So
I don't know. It's just crazy to think.
Man?
Oh no, I'm listen, DS.
I think
the thing about DS18
in the future, DS18 is gonna come up
with the world
to build his own car, DS18 car.
Oh,
you
for
can
sure.
buy your own car.
Yeah. He's just gonna buy an EV from China,
boom,
and call it the DS18, SUV.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
I mean,
And it would sell.
Yeah.
I mean, this is DS18. I love this company because they're a machine and they don't know when to say no. They will take chances. They will take. I'm sure there's calculation behind it because you just can't throw that much shit at the wall.
Yeah.
Like these guys do. But to me, this was just amazing to be like, wait, what? They what? Dude,
Yeah.
They make some of the loudest motorcycle shit there is. But like to be like, oh, okay, well, no, I guess we're not in it fully. But for all of you that are DS18 fans or motorcycle audio fans, be prepared because DS18 is putting both feet, not a toe, and in the motorcycle audio world. So it ought to be interesting to see. I just like following stuff like this because, I just like seeing what these companies do and they're battling.
I feel these companies, like small, I'm not saying they are small companies, but these.
No. And that is, basically that's the way they come to the market is nuts. Yes. They
DS18 is pushing other manufacturers to come out with something.
I don't think there's any manufacturer out there that has the idea to market speed
Then they
do.
Yeah.
Like whoever they have, whatever facility they are using to like, I have an idea. Here you go. Like it's just insane.
I think it's great.
And there again, I get it. They might not have all the checks and balances in place or whatever. I don't know, but everything they come out with seems to be fine. You know what I mean?
And they're like right away.
It's just fast. Like the plastics they come out with, some of the electronics they come out with. They are a buy house. Oh, I mean, they are a buy house. And they buy it all.
They buy houses?
Can
they buy
me
one?
Your house? I mean, I
thought
totally
that they buy houses for people.
Yeah, I mean, you could totally do that. I mean, okay, so let's get to the story that is most intriguing for many reasons that we're going to cover. Zabco budget price compact DSP amplifiers. Okay, so Zabco is back at it again. They have a new national sales manager, new manager of the United States, our good friend Chris Bennett, who is going to be on the show next month to talk about all things Zabco. So, but here's the story in my mind, okay? Regardless of whether it's Zabco, that's cool. I don't care. What I care about is what we're getting at is something that I've been questioning a lot of the manufacturers about and have not been able to get a good answer. And the question is this: if I can buy a 5-channel amplifier right now, a nice 5-channel amplifier for, let's say, $300, $299, anywhere between $299 and $350.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is it going to take to turn that into a DSP amplifier? Because we know there's got to be some form of a DSP chip in it anyways, because it's a Class D amplifier. So there's something in there because they're using some form of equalization to clean up the signal. So basically what's missing is some form of an OS, an operating system, whether it be phone, whether it be laptop, whatever it be. There's that development side of things missing. But the amplifier, when developed, they're using their DSP chip to fix all the Class D nonsense. Okay, so it's not a matter of there's no chip in there. It's a matter of, well, why don't you put a bigger chip in there, or just give us what we want. And then how much more would that add to the price? Would it be $200? So if we go, all right, well, I can buy a DSR-1 before COVID, I could buy a DSR-1 for $249. Okay. So if you take $249 and you take $299, that gives us an amplifier for about $650, right?
Yeah.
Is that appropriate math? Yeah. It's about $650. Now, take out the fact that there's going to be overlapping products, and the DSR-1 has an AR chip in it and all this other fun stuff. So you figure somewhere around $499 to $599, we should be seeing DSPs at that price point with amplifiers. Small 5 channels. I'm not talking 10 channels, 24, 200 channels. But we should see some form of a DSP in that price range. And we don't. We haven't seen it. It's just, and they should be DSPs from bigger companies. Okay. So you go, okay, well, there are some $700 ones and $699 and $899, maybe, but there again, most of them are up in the $1,500, $1,000 up range.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so what do we have to do to build this product that, we want? And I think Zapco is taking the first steps into it. Let me turn that off. Why is that still on? And we'll go here for a second. So normally we don't talk about price, but I think price is part of the story here in this. And so what we have here is we have a 6-channel DSP with 4 channels of amplification. So a 4 to 6, which is cool. 15 bands of equalization.
Yep. And
4-channel high-level inputs, low-level. It's called the Charlie. And it's tiny. It's 5 by 5 by 2. So it's a very small amplifier. 70 watts by 4. There's the Duke, which has an 8-channel DSP with a bigger EQ. Now we're talking 31 bands, 6 inches. And so the prices that we're looking at here this is under $300.
Yep. And
then we have the Lewis, which is an 8-channel. It's an 8 to 10. We're talking $360. So these are right in that price point of what we're. Okay, hold on. Hit the right button.
No, that one.
That one right there. These are right in the price point of what we should be seeing at this point in the evolution of this category. We should be starting to see some discounted products. Now, to be fair, like Down for Sound has their new 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 DSP. They just came out. It has a sell price. Forget the retail
that one
price.
It's a power amplifier.
No, it's just a standalone DSP. Well, we have a price of a bigger DSP. There again, we're not talking about operating system yet in the conversation. About $400. So when we look at like the rest of the category, you have entry level and you have high end. There's always going to be these two things. DSP there's been mid level, but the high end stuff. I can answer that. Call me later. No, well, but there again, and I will, Brad, because as always, I love the conversations we have, and you will give me a different perspective on this. But there again, to be fair, like there's a floor that you want to be at, right? Okay, so every manufacturer has a floor. Just like we'll say some of the entry level radios of note. So you have the Power Acoustics, you have the Boss, you have the Nakamichis, that are first tier products. Okay, they're not the Kenwoods, the JVCs, the Sonys. Okay, so they have a different standard, but we need these products in order to make these products. Okay, because you have to have you just want to spend $100? Here you go. We haven't seen that category in the DSP world, so this is not going to compete with the Blackbird.
No.
Okay, because no, it's not. The makeup of they're not the same. That's like saying the Kia is going to compete with the Urus, the Lamborghini. Different clients, 100%. And anyone that thinks they're buying a Kia is getting a Urus, I have some land I will sell you. But what I'm kind of excited about is that some of this little battleground in the cheaper price points because that's what always happens, right? You have the high end stuff, then you get the really low end stuff, and then you get the stuff in the middle that is like, it's like, I don't want the cheapest thing you have. And we're missing that middle area right now, and I'm like, I would love to see like a but not a black, but a light version. It's like, but it's always harder to do that though. And is it worth the squeeze? So if you go, oh, we're going to just develop a software that is a dumbed down version of it to reduce the cost. It's like, I don't want to do that. Just stay high end, you know? So, you know, then you have to go, all right, well, what are we going to shave? So do we take a cheaper amplifier and put our software in it? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I mean, when you look at like most amplifier manufacturers, they have a good, better, best. So they have a cheap 1,000-watt amplifier. They have a medium price 1,000-watt amplifier, and they have the holy shit. How much? So do we take that cheap line of amplifier that normally wouldn't get a DSP and we put the DSP in that? I don't know. I mean, I feel we're going to have to though, because more and more retailers are going, look, if it doesn't have a DSP, I don't want it. I mean, when I look at what we sell very few non-DSP'd amplifiers.
Okay.
You know, because we just don't have a need for them. You know, I don't need to, you know, we know what people are asking, and there's very little we can do with a conventional amplifier to deliver on the promise. So, you know, we sell like one 5-channel amplifier now, the 802.5. And if the guys want to go a little bit more, we'll sell them a 901.5. Other than that, every amplifier we sell, with the exception of mono amplifiers, has a DSP built into it. So, like, we're running out of road here for these guys. You know, like you got to, like, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing. I think once you keep it in the cost, the whole line suffers from a lack of salesmanship. Well, but I mean, listen, we all love the idea. What about a PDX V9? There again, that was an expensive 5-channel amplifier. It was fantastic. It's gone now. It doesn't exist because they don't want to pay the royalties for it anymore. And the technology just evolved past it. But a PDX V9 with a DSP in it would be a $1,500 amplifier, you know, or at least a $1,300 amplifier, because that's just what it was. And salesmanship is great. We all want to sell everyone, and I could sell, you know, water to a lake, but the reality is that if the lake don't want it, lake don't want it, you know. And so I don't know. I just, you know, in the like, well, sorry, we just can't. You know, people always want to say yes. You know, for this is the one argument where Paul mentality, you know, ticks a box for me, where it's like, well, we got to have something to fill the hole. You know, because it's like, well, just sell them up. It's like, yeah, sometimes we've all, as sales staff, have all been in that position where there is not $200 to $400 more anywhere to be found to close the deal, and we've all walked away from something like that.
See, I see this as a strategy. Okay.
This amplifier, not the concept of what I'm talking about.
No.
Or is it the concept of what I'm talking about?
These amplifiers.
Okay.
/ DSPs. So Sabco went out, right?
Right.
For any reason. We didn't see so many Sabco bills and amplifiers and DSPs.
Well, now you're talking about Zapco as a whole. I was just talking about the category in itself.
No. But this is where that's where I'm going.
We could easily slide Museway into this category.
Correct. But what I'm saying is Sabco decides to come back to a market, and for me it was like, okay, they're not gonna buy a $2,000.
No. And there again, you're discussing something different than what I'm discussing. Your concept of Zapco coming back into the market makes 100%. I agree with you wholeheartedly there. This is a great tactic for them. I have no problem with Zapco as a whole.
Yeah.
We're using this as a placeholder for the conversation of cheaper amplifier DSPs.
Yes.
I like what they're doing. I think it's wonderful. I agree with you 100%. You know, you're right. Zapco needs name recognition. They need to be, so why not come out with the products that
everybody can buy?
That there is a hole in the industry of affordably priced, easily accessible DSP amplifiers. You know, there again, Museway has been trying to do that, but they're just not getting the speed for whatever reason, which is oddly enough where Chris came from. You know, whereas Zapco has a bigger budget, so to speak, maybe. I don't know.
No, but what you're talking about, totally. I mean, I feel more bigger manufacturers should do that. Should have smaller amplifiers with DSPs, because that's what we need for sure.
Yeah. No. And there again, Zapco, whether it be Zapco or somebody else, a lot of people, I think Zapco might be successful in this idea of what they're doing just because they have the name, like they have a great name. There is some recognition there still. Yeah. But I think what's going to happen is, as far as this goes, Zapco is going to step into a world that a lot of people that don't know them will find out about them, because the old guys that see this and go, but some of the new people will see it and they'll be like, I've never heard of Zapco before. Oh, this is priced where I need to be.
Correct.
Because there are just as many people out there pricing things. So this will get more recognition for them. So when they do go back up, because they make some obscenely expensive stuff. Okay. And it'll open the door for some of that for some of these people. Yeah. So keep in mind, this is bought software. The whole reason why this exists is because they're using universal software. Not a bad thing, just a thing. So they're using a layer of what we call the Chinese software that pretty much all these guys use, because you got to understand, which Brad is over there going, do you know how expensive it is to develop your own software for DSP? Do you know how much money it's cost us to do? Like their whole, I was talking with him about just their cycle, as far as they do minute little tweaks here and there, but when they do big software updates, how much that costs to get that engineering back into it. It's like, yeah, we have a budget to do that. Like it's either once or twice a year, which is still amazing. But so when it comes to DSP software, it's just easier to buy somebody else's that is already developed. Yeah. And it's a shopping list. It's literally, I've seen the shopping list. I know exactly what it looks like. I could buy a DSP tomorrow and pick every single feature I want. And it's like, there's literally, do you want this feature? You circle it and there's a price next to it. And it's just, and you build the software you want. Okay. If you think for a minute that these guys are going out and developing their own software, they don't have the budgets for this kind of stuff. Okay. If you look at the Down for Sound software, you look at the Alpine software, you look at this software, you look at Nakamichi software, you look at JBL software, you look at, already said Alpine. If you look at the Audio Dynamic software, if you look at the Ground Zero software, and there's 10 others that I haven't named, it's all the same software. All they do is move the little boxes around. And if you look at it and go, oh shit, yeah, it's all the same stuff. Things, the great thing about it is you could use any one of those guys' software and you know how to use it.
You're familiar with,
yeah, it's all the same, and they all have a Bluetooth phone app. And it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff, which is fine. It's super solid and it works. That's why everybody buys it. And there's no problem. And there again, it allows you to come out with something like this that, yeah, it's definitely not a Blackbird. Okay, it's definitely not a Helix. It's definitely not a Moscone. Okay, but to some people that don't really understand that or are in the price for that or don't have that in the budget, they get into DSP. Maybe their second DSP will be better, because we always buy the first one we buy is always not the one we're going to settle on. I mean, your first car wasn't the car; it was just transportation. The first stereo I bought was trash, as Ada would say.
Really?
Oh yeah, of course it was trash. Bro, I was in high school. I had high school money, but it was minimum wage was $3.35 an hour back then.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, you're old.
Yeah. I took my dinosaur to work. It was fantastic. Good morning, Mary Lou.
Good morning.
Good morning. I had a Mitsubishi, a 1993 Mitsubishi Eclipse that I bought new. Oh, damn.
Mitsubishi Galant. That was no Eclipse.
No, I'm saying I had an Eclipse that I bought new. Went in, bought it, was $10,700 brand new.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so cool. I was so excited. Anyways, guys, hey, that is the news. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments after the fact of what you think. It's always, yes, you do. And that's what I'm saying. That was my point. Because if you were brushing your teeth, I said, Brad's over there going, do you know how much money it costs to do this? Yeah. Anyways, replay. Thank you guys so much for all the news. The holiday weekend is fast approaching. Friday, some of you are getting off at noon today because you're like, I'm making it a 3.5 day weekend. We're going to be closed tomorrow, so no show. You think that would sound fun, but he is going to go improve upon his tattoo. So when we come back next week, you're going to see some more excitement happening on his arm, which means he's going to be a whiny bitch. It's okay. Oh, it hurts. Ow, ooh, oh, ow, ooh, oh, my backup camera. Oh, it hurts. Anyways, and of course, Monday is the holiday, so we won't be here. I'm going to try to get out. I have 2 5 minutes with 5 stars that are in backlog, so I'm going to try to get something out. So if you guys are bored and you're like, oh, you could do like some podcasty thing, listening to the 5 minutes of 5 star. So that's what I'll have for you. I want to apologize about today's really short video.
Come
if you
on,
guys
man.
caught that. It actually worked out really well. I edited that at like 1:30 last night when I got done with everything else I had to do. So it's something. I know it's only like 2 3/4 minutes long. It's actually really solid though. It's really
Right to the point. There you
Well,
go.
it explains something very specific. My salesman entry. That's why I didn't get to work on it so I'm running this year for, which I'm probably going to lose, but I'm throwing in my hat for salesman of the year. I'm hoping to make at least top 20.
People can vote? Oh no,
they will after you. So this is just the judge portion of it. So if I make the top 20, then people can vote to see if I can get to top 5.
All right, guys. So
we don't know stuff, and I haven't made the video live yet. If I make it into the top 20, then I'll make it live so that people can see it. But until then, everyone I've showed it to is like, seriously, bro? And I'm like,
seriously, bro? Like,
this
is garbage.
Yeah. Oh, total trash. Total trash. Haley goes, did you pay Fernando to say that? I go, no, this was him, dude. You
technically paid me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
yes.
I do. Yeah, it's true. Anyways, we'll talk more about that later. You guys go forth. Have a great holiday weekend. Be safe, people. It's going to be crazy out there. I'm doing something I don't like to do, which is drive. Like, go on a trip on a holiday weekend like this. I mean, typically we go to Orlando and just hang out at Disney, but we're going to Jacksonville. So
Jacksonville.
That's Jackson. It's like anyways, who cares? Hey guys, you have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you when we get back. And don't forget, tune in to 5 minutes of 5 star today just to catch up what's going on in the install bay. You guys have a wonderful time. Bye.
Bye, guys.